Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Busey Bank Field at Joliet Memorial Stadium for this afternoon's Chicagoland Collegiate Athletic Conference matchup between the Jaguars of Governor State University and your St. Francis Fighting Saints. Let's introduce tonight's starting lineups first for the visiting Jaguars. Number 4, Gabriel Naselli. Number 6, Julian Eidman. Number 10, Mattia Molson. Number 11, Joan Gallardo. Number 14, Pedro Mendez. Number 16, Cassidy Schlesinger. Number 19, Tom Kleinert. Number 21, Alex Burkhart. Number 23, Jose Antonio. Number 25, Ash Raj. And in goal for the Jaguars, wearing the number 0, Matias Gallego. The Jaguars are coached by Matt Eggert. And now the starting lineup for your Fighting Saints. First up, number 4, Pierre Langenhusen. Number 10, Bruno Silva. Number 16, Sergio Fernandez Arago. Number 18, Jack Brown. Number 21, Roger Valles. Number 22, Benicio Gamino. Number 27, Antoine Esparza. Number 32, William Morrell. Number 36, Dylan Frank. Number 38, Austin Delazay. And in goal for the Fighting Saints, wearing the number 93, Elio De Janeiro. Your Fighting Saints are coached by Nigel Gillett.
Welcome back to Game 2 of this St. Francis Fighting Saints doubleheader here at Busey Bank, Joliet Memorial Stadium. The men will take on the Governor's State Jaguars in a CCAC matchup. The women were utterly dominant in their 5-0 win earlier today. The men look to pick up their second consecutive win. They are coming off of a 10-1 victory over Calumet College of St. Joseph's. That was back on the 30th, while Governor State coming off a 0-0 draw versus Judson on Tuesday as well. Governor State comes in 2-8-1, 1-1-1 in CCAC play, while the Fighting Saints 1-6-1 on the season, 1-2 in the CCAC. Starting lineups for Governor State looks like this: Gabrielle Naselli. Number 4, number 6, Julian Agner will get the start. Number 10, Mattia Mazzo, a freshman out of Rome, Italy. Number 11, Joan Gallardo, a 5'5 junior out of Ecuador. Pedro Mendez, a junior out of Chicago, gets the start. Cassidy Schlesinger, a freshman out of Australia. Tom Kleinert, 6'4 grad student out of Germany. Alex Burkhart, a freshman out of Salzburg, Austria. Jose Antonio, 5'11 junior out of Ecuador. Ash Raj, a 5'10 sophomore from Bedford, England. And in goal will be the senior from Argentina, Matias Gallego, 1-5 on the year, 2.44 goals against, a .636 save percentage. And for the Fighting Saints, as they're on the attack here right away, they will start Pierre Langenhusen, the freshman out of the Netherlands. Bruno Silva, the junior forward out of Brazil. Sergio Fernandez Arango, the grad student out of Madrid. Jack Brown, the freshman from Cyprus. Rogelio Valles, the junior out of Manuka. Benicio Gamino, Junior out of Plainfield gets the start as well. Antoine Esparza, the sophomore from Romeoville, the team's leading goal scorer with 3. William Morel, the freshman defender out of England. Dylan Frank, the 5th-year defender out of New Lenox. Austin Delazay, freshman out of Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And in goal for the Fighting Saints today will be the junior out of Thionville, France, Elio De Janeiro. De Janeiro making his 7th start of the season. He's 0-4, but pretty good numbers, 2.19 goals against and a .700 save percentage on the nose. So both teams looking for their 2nd win. A win for the Saints today would move them ahead of the Jaguars in CCAC play, as they are currently 1 point behind the Jaguars. And we'll have a goal kick here 1 minute and 20 seconds into this one. The women won in dominating fashion as they outshot the Mount Mary Blue Angels 52-1. Route to a 5-0 victory. This is Matthias Gallego. Off the side of his foot, out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Fighting Saints, taken here by Delazay. Delazay looking for Valles. Ball's rolled through to Langenhusen. A couple of 4s battling there. Pierre Langenhusen for the Fighting Saints, and Gabrielle Naselli. We'll have our first corner kick of the afternoon. It'll go to the Fighting Saints, and it'll be taken by Rogelio Valles. Excuse me, that's Antoine Esparza. That's 27, not 21. Esparza, the left foot, bends it towards the back of the box, headed up into the air, and Gallego comes down with it. If you had 90 degrees on your October 4th bingo card, you'd be winning, but I would guess most of us didn't. Feels like the middle of July rather than the beginning of October here in Chicagoland. Because of that, we will have a hydration break midway through that first half. Esparza has it taken off his foot by Mazzo. He overruns it, but that's knocked out of bounds by St. Francis for a throw-in. Played into Gallardo. Gallardo taps it back, and then it'll roll all the way back now to Gallego. Naselli, 6'3" sophomore out of Teramo, Italy. Puts the right foot into it, crosses it over to the far side of the field. Overrunning it is Alex Berghardt. That ball goes to nobody in particular. It'll be a throw-in for St. Francis. Jack Brown gets knocked away from him. It'll be another throw-in. Langenhusen looking for Gamino on the header attempt. That doesn't work. And now down the far side come the Jaguars. Chipped out by St. Francis, but right back on the counterattack. Ball's rolled through looking for Klinert. Klinert, a couple of goals this season, both in the first game of the year for Governor's State. We're going to have a corner kick here for the Jaguars. It'll be taken by Mattia Mazzo, the freshman out of Rome, Italy. Governor State, a very European feel to their roster. This bends into the box. It's, I think, De Janeiro got a piece of it, but either way, we'll have a foul called on Governor State. Contact with that goalkeep in the goalie area. Jaguars have players from Austria, Italy, Sierra Leone, Germany, Hungary, Africa, Italy, Australia, Not Europe, I know, but Australia. And then Venezuela, Ecuador, Thailand, England. Jack Brown was knocked down. He's slow to get up, but he is back up. Brown, the freshman, leading the team in minutes. Played all 90 in the first 6 games of the year for St. Francis. Got the ball in his foot right here. Looking for Esparza. They don't connect. Now Mazzo. Mazzo with the delay, drags it with his right foot. Ash Raj not able to settle it down, and he punts the ball into the next zip code. The throw-in bounces over the head of Gamino, played by Schlesinger, and it finds its way back to Gallego. Gallego tries the far side. Jose Antonio with the ball. Low left-footed drive right down the middle. Tapped away by Eigner. Julian Eigner, the freshman out of Wiener Neudorf, Austria. Here's Schlesinger with it now. A high ball. It's headed down by Benicio Gamino. And now back to Gabriel Naselli. Naselli to Antonio. Try that high ball down the far side this time. Mattia Mazzo. And play it out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the Fighting Saints. 7.5 minutes gone by. First half, no score. Both teams looking for their second CCAC victory. The Saints looking for their second victory overall. Cassidy Schlesinger waits, now plays it over to the far side of the field. It's volley in the box, but good defense there by Sergio Fernandez Arango to take the ball away. Back here to Gallardo. Gallardo now Schlesinger. Schlesinger. Now Raj, Ash Raj gets double teamed, but maintains possession of the ball, and he tackles Austin Delazay and is whistled for the foul. Fighting Saints with 13 goals on the year, 10 of them came in their last game. That ball deflects off Pedro Mendez, doesn't know where it is for a second. A collision at midfield. Bruno Silva. And it'll be played all the way back to De Janeiro. De Janeiro tries the near side. Thrown forward for Gamino. Gamino rolling it through, looking for Langenhusen, but just too much on it. Pierre Langenhusen, the 6'4" freshman from the Netherlands. Back heel pass. Dylan Frank. Go out of bounds. It will be a foul or a throw-in. I think a foul on Governor State. They're fourth already here in the first half. William Morrell. Gets it to Gamino, who tries the one-touch pass, but finds nobody but white jerseys. Now it's taken right back. Baez rolling it forward to Langenhusen. Langenhusen shot, and he scores! Oh, what do we got? Gonna call a foul on Pierre here, I think. Yeah, they're calling a foul on Pierre Langenhusen. Takes the goal off the board. Nice move there by Brown to get some space, and now get a foul called on Governor Stace. So goal comes off the board. Brown will take this free kick. Probably watch St. Francis crash the net. That is what we will see. The ball is deflected out of bounds for a throw-in. Going to be taken here by Dylan Frank. Frank's going to, I think, try to reach the penalty area with this. Thrown into the box. That's straight up in the air. That's going to be a dangerous play. Julian Eigner gets that foot high on Dylan Frank. The Fighting Saints will have a good opportunity here. Holding that near post, Matias Gallego is directing traffic. Pushed into the box, and it's through for a goal! Jack Brown cuts in front of the Jaguars defenders, knocks it home, and the Fighting Saints take a 1-0 lead. So they have a goal taken off the board. They get a indirect kick on a dangerous play. Jack Brown smartly cutting in front of the white jerseys, and he scores a goal, and it's 1-0 for Jack. That's his second goal of the season. Puts the Saints up 1 here early. Antonio down the middle of the field. Brown with the ball again. Esparza tries to give and go with Valles, but not enough on that pass. Through ball cut off. Valles. Back to Fernandez Arango. Put it right down the middle of the field. Naselli now. Near side Schlesinger. Raj. Giving a little bit of space here is Klinert. Klinert shot. Bends over the crossbar. Goal kick here for the Saints, who are up 1-0. The low line drive looking for Delazay. It deflects off of Raj out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for St. Francis. Quickly into Bruno Silva. Silva gets taken down by Eigner, and referee waiting for the advantage to go before blowing the whistle. Morel. Switch, but there's nobody over there, and that'll end up out of bounds for a goal kick. 15 minutes gone by. The whistle and a foul called here on Silva. So right now the goal is being given to Bruno Silva. Governor State tries to counterattack. Good defense by St. Francis to take it away. Throw in for Governor State. Jaguars counterattack. Right now it's Silva on the board, but I believe it is eventually going to go to Jack Brown. He absolutely got a piece of that out in front. This is Jericho Navarro who's checked into the game. We'll get a throw in. Along with Zaid Sabai is checked in as well. This will be Schlesinger on the throw in. Puts it into the penalty area. Ball stays in and it's cleared out, and it'll be a corner kick for Governor State. Navarro, Sabai, and Tyler Dewart, sophomore out of Westfield, Indiana, have all checked in. They have changed it, so the goal is now Jack Brown, the assist from Bruno Silva. Silva was the one who took the kick, and Brown deflected it in. Headed out of bounds for a throw-in for the Fighting Saints. Throw in over the head of Esparza. Governor State will roll it back to Gallego. Antonio. Schlesinger to Naselli now. Trying to run underneath it. Knocked down. Ball stolen by St. Francis. Langenhusen right on that onside-offside line. He had to hold up, and that let Governor State get back and defend the ball. Volleyed down by Morrell. Play on, no whistle. That through ball had way too much on it for Langenhusen. Schlesinger. Now Naselli over to the far side. Running onto the ball here, taken away nicely by Fernandez Arango, and he'll just turn and clear it out. Still 1-0. Fighting Saints with the lead. 26 minutes and change left in the first half. Looking for Navarro, and that'll be offsides. St. Francis plays it here, coming down the far side of the field. Ball over the top, too much on it. Dewart not able to run underneath it. A throw in here for the Fighting Saints. 20 minutes gone by in the first half. Looks like we'll have our first Couple of St. Francis substitutions here as Esparza checks out. Get you the numbers on the new players here as soon as I get them. Langenhusen tries to settle it down off his body and can't, and Governor State take possession for the moment. I think I see Juan Jimenez, number 11, into the game. I do. Morel gets up to head that out of there. And now Gamino lets it roll out of bounds for a throw-in. One-on-one battle there. Being pushed down is Delaze by Tyler Dewart. So Jensen Eve, number 3, into the game. He replaces Dylan Frank, and then Juan Jimenez in for Antoine Esparza. This is Fernandez Arango. Tries to get the return pass from Brown, but Jack not able to get enough on it. Now the other way. Ball through, but too much on it. Looking for Klinert, and DeGennaro will wait and pick it up. The drop kick by DeGennaro goes all the way down to the opposing goalkeep. So DeGennaro and Gallego playing catch. Gallego leaves it for Naselli. Naselli to Antonio on the far side of the field. Here's Eve, Jensen Eve, the 6'2 sophomore out of Manchester, England. Looking for Langenhusen, but that's headed away by Governor State into the waiting arms of Matthias Gallego. On it here is Dewart. Dewart rolls up. Rogelio Valles. Race for the ball now, and what do we got? Offsides? Another offsides called on Pierre Langenhusen. Approach 22 minutes here in the first half. Jack Brown, the only goal of the game. And we're going to take that hydration break here with 22 minutes and 2 seconds left. Saints with a 1-0 lead. Hydration break about over. 1-0. St. Francis with the lead. Jack Brown on a deflection. His second goal of the year gives his team a 1-0 lead. Governor State, most of the possession the last few minutes. They have 2 shots to 1 for St. Francis, but the 1 for the Fighting Saints. Found the back of the net. Jeffrey Agboku, the 6'7" junior from Togo, Africa, checking into the game for Governor State. He's in for Tom Klinert. So 9 for 19. Big target there in the middle of the box. Has a goal this season. Indirect kick here for Governor State. I don't know, it's going to be moving those players back. So direct kick from about 7 yards outside the box. Gallardo and Antonio there. It looks like it'll be Gallardo. And he'll put it over the crossbar. High and wide on that shot by Joan Gallardo, the midfielder from Machala, Ecuador. As we approach the 20-minute mark. Long ball looking for Langenhusen to run onto it, but it's headed back to Gallego, who will roll it quickly back to Jose Antonio. Governor State tries to counterattack. Now the near side, Naselli. And wind continues to blow. It's blowing right to left, so towards the Governor's State bench, or towards the Governor's State goal, I should say. Dewart does a nice job dribbling out of traffic. Pass out in front of Schlesinger, but he gets there. Drops it for Jericho Navarro, and now it's taken away, and another long ball. Langenhusen trying to run onto it, but too much on it. There's a giveaway. And down the other way comes Valles. Valles through to Langenhusen. Langenhusen, the left foot, and the save is made. It'll be a corner kick. Giveaway almost led to a goal for the Fighting Saints. Valles did a nice job getting it through to Pierre, and Pierre just in a little too tight by the time he was able to corral that ball. This corner kick to be taken by Juan Jimenez, the sophomore out of Romeoville. Has a goal this season. Into the box, right back to Jimenez. No, he'll let it roll out of bounds for a throw-in. Gets it into Brown. Brown back to Jimenez. Jimenez is fought off by Jericho Navarro, and that ball will roll across the end line for a goal kick. Governor State 3 shots, St. Francis 2. St. Francis was the only shot on goal, and it found the back of the net. Middle of the field, Pedro Mendez gets his pocket picked by Brown. Brown trips it to Valles. Valles put his left foot into it, but rolled it well wide. Middle of the field, Mendez. Looks for Navarro, but good defense by the Fighting Saints to get back. Brown far side, a little too far out in front of Jimenez. Man, Akbogu is a huge target out there. Governor State player down. St. Francis tries to counterattack over the top. That's Pedro Mendez down and now bouncing back up. I think we're ready to go. Clock stopped while we waited to see how Pedro Mendez was doing. And we're under 17. Far side, Antonio with it. Left foot, Bogu. Fighting Saints will steal it away. Chipping it out in front, but there's nobody there. Looks like St. Francis really looking to go over the top here to Pierre Langenhusen, but they haven't been able, they really haven't been close on many of these long balls. Here's Gallardo. Now Schlesinger. Back to Naselli. Right back to Cassidy Schlesinger. Oh, good work there by Bruno Silva to take the ball away. Tries to go through to Langenhusen, but he's double-teamed. And Silva's down on the field in front of us, laying on his back. And we got a stoppage here. Silva gets helped up by Gabriel Naselli. Trainer coming over to take a look at Bruno as he limps off the near side of the field. .15:41 left. Bruno Silva down on the field. Down on the track in front of us, laying on his stomach. Trainer works out that right leg. Martin Barambos, junior out of Hungary, into the game for Tyler Dewart. We do have a substitution for Bruno Silva. Still waiting to see exactly who that is. Silva's walking around gingerly, but he's walking around. Also, Lexani Gaines into the game for Jericho Navarro. Gaines, the junior from Calumet City. He's got 3 goals on the season. All in their win over Calumet a couple of weeks back. Looks like Nathan Sharp, number 13, is into the game for Bruno Silva. Direct kick here from the far sideline. Antonio looking for the 6'7" Agboku, but it's over his head. Jeffrey would have had to have been about 8-7 to get to that one. We'll have a throw in for the Saints. See Jonathan Mendez waiting to check in for St. Francis. He'll come in now, and Pierre Langenhusen will check out. So Mendez, the junior, out of Joliet. Right up the street, Joliet Junior College, his last stop. He's got a couple of goals this year. Both of those were in their 10-1 win over Calumet. Giveaway here by the Fighting Saints. On it now is Valles. Valles up ahead to Eve. Now Mendez. Mendez back to Valles. Headed down and controlled by Governor State. Pass rolled out in front of Lexani Gaines. Gaines runs into Delaze but takes possession back. Tries the ball through, but way too much on it. Played there by DeGennaro. Ball out of bounds on the far side of the field. Throw in Jaguars. Jaguars 1-5 away from home. Saints 1-4-1 here on their home turf this year. That'll be a late whistle and a foul called on Mendez once Jimenez took possession. Whistle blew. Schlesinger. Antonio up through the middle. Nice ball forward for Gamino. Gamino tries to chip it through to Mendez, but getting his head on it was Pedro Mendez. High ball into the box, and DeGennaro is there to make the play with Agboku bearing down on him. DeGennaro launches it downfield. Second time today, he's gone from one goal to the other. Gives possession back to Governor State. Whistle and a foul called on Jimenez. Jose Antonio, the left foot, looking for Gaines. Headed out by the Fighting Saints. And now Gamino just back to midfield where Antonio will take it and walk back through. So the Fighting Saints took a 1-0 lead, but most of the possession has been down to our right so far since that point. Good ball to Gamino to get Benicio some space. He'll roll it back. Delaze tries to go to the far side of the field looking for Jimenez, but pass a little behind him. Mason Moroz checks into the game for Gamino. Moroz, the junior out of Oak Lawn, into the game for the first time. Anthony Acosta in for Jose Antonio for the Jaguars. Tap back. Sabai chips it over the top looking for Gaines. He's double teamed, but comes down with it and eventually runs it across the end line for a goal kick. Saints try to work it out from their own side. One touch up to Jonathan Mendez, gets knocked down right at midfield. Quick throw in for Governor State. Antonio. Anthony Acosta, number 27. We're going to have foul called on St. Francis just outside of the box. It's going to go on William Morrell. It's only about 4 or 5 yards out of the box, right in the middle. Great opportunity now for the Jaguars. Trying to get this game even. Martin Barombos and Joan Gallardo. We'll see who takes it. It'll be Barombos. The low shot and the nice diving save by DeGennaro as he goes to his left to snag it. First shot on goal of the game for Governor State. It's a toughie, but DeGennaro is up to it. Long ball looking for Miraz. Mason Miraz will be the first one on it. Miraz back to Delazay. He loses it. Miraz gets taken down. It'll be a throw in for St. Francis. Miraz the left-footed cross, but there's nobody there. Gallego able to make the play. Zayed Sabai taps it forward. That'll be a goal kick. Nicely done by Fernandez Arango to fend off that attacker. Schlesinger out of the game. Lair Bui, a junior out of Thailand, into the game for Cassidy Schlesinger. Bit of a mishit off the foot of DeGennaro there. That'll be a throw in for Governor State with under 6 minutes left to go in the first half. Giveaway there. Valles. Throw in Fighting Saints right at midfield. Reach the end line for a goal kick. Naselli to Bui. Bui has it almost taken away by Mraz. Mraz did a nice job marking Bui there to take the ball away from him, forced the turnover. Mason will get the throw in here, the junior from Oak Lawn. No, he'll drop it for William Morrell. Or, excuse me, Austin Delazay, 38. Into Mraz. That's a handball. Give me a handball called on Bui. Just outside the box. See what the Saints come up with here. This is the exact same spot they scored their first goal. This will be taken by Rogelio Valles. See if they try the same thing. Now there's 4 players in front of Gallego. Last time they had an opportunity here, there were only 2. Now they're dropping down to 3 as Berghardt backs off. Valles puts it through the back and past the far post. Mason Mraz on the back door. Pretty play, but Mraz just missed. Valles did a nice job working that ball through. An opportunity for the Fighting Saints, but goes by the wayside, stays 1-0. That'll be a whistle and a foul on Jensen Eve. Agboku not able to control that header, and Governor State will have to regroup. They back it up. Headed into the box looking for Agboku and cleared out by Sharp. Nathan Sharp, the senior from Naperville. It's cleared into the box, headed straight up in the air, and that'll be a corner kick for Governor State. We're down to about 2 minutes left here in the first half. Giovanni Vivero, the freshman from around Lake Illinois, is into the game. He'll be taking the corner here. What do we got? A reset? Officials getting together to discuss something. When we restart, there will be 1 minute and 20 seconds left to go. And here we go. Vivero this time chips it in. And that shot leaves the stadium altogether over the crossbar and out. So we approach a minute left in the first half.
1 minute remaining in the half.
Julio De Janeiro getting ready to step into this. Junior out of France. Down the near side looking for Mraz. It'll go out of bounds off the foot of Jonathan Mendez for a throw-in with 25 seconds left. Mendez taps it to himself, now rolls it ahead to Mraz. Mraz stops it, cuts back towards the middle, puts it into the body of Naselli as we're down to 8 seconds.
6, 5,
Brown
3,
walking through. Brown will take the shot as the whistle sounds. So the first 45 minutes in the books. First half goal by Jack Brown. His second goal of the year has given the St. Francis Fighting Saints a 1-0 lead as we go to the half. We'll be back with second half action on the other side.
so I knew it would go.
So it wasn't like smooth.
Yeah, so I adjusted it, but even then, I'm not sure I'm still doing that great. Either way, it's not the job I was supposed to be doing, so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look at that.
It's too hot.
There's a fan in the booth next to you if you want it.
No, I'm all right.
All right. 45 minutes. The rest of our lives, 45 minutes.
So you saw this, right?
He was the one that
Yeah,
did it.
he initiated it
Yeah, what?
and got stabbed because of it.
Total flip.
Yeah. Second half about to get underway here at Joliet Memorial Stadium. St. Francis with a 1-0 lead over Governor State. Jack Brown, freshman, with his second goal of the season. Cut out in front of the Governor State defense on a free kick and was able to deflect it into the back of the net. Saints now will be going left to right. They'll be going into the wind here in the second half. That wind still blowing from the right to your left. First half stats: 5 shots for Governor State, 4 for St. Francis, each team with 1 shot on goal. 3 corners for Governor State, 2 for St. Francis. 10 fouls for the Jaguars, 7 for the Fighting Saints. 2 offsides for St. Francis, 1 for Governor State. Win today would move St. Francis to 2-6-1, but more importantly, 2-2 in CCAC play. De Janeiro, that ball gets up into the wind. You can just see it get knocked straight down. It's bodied down over to Sabai by Agboku. Now over to the far side of the field. That's Matzo. And we'll get a throw in for Governor State. Oh, excuse me. Going to be a foul called on Matzo, so it'll be a ball will go over to St. Francis. Low line drive. Ball at midfield played by Valles. Valles to Mendez. Now Gamino. Gamino rolls it in the middle to Jack Brown. It's knocked out of bounds for a throw-in for the Jaguars. 2 minutes into the second half. Brown will play, or excuse me, Valles will play it all the way back to De Janeiro. De Janeiro looking for Jensen Eve. Eve able to tap it forward up ahead to Jimenez, and that'll go out of bounds for a throw-in. Now here's Matzo. Matzo, his pass is stolen away. Race for the ball here, and that is going to be a throw-in in the corner as Nathan Sharp keeps it away from Jeffrey Agboku. I believe that's going to be a throw-in. I think that went to the left of that corner flag. Yeah, it will be. Retaken by Jose Antonio. Straight up in the air, and now a corner kick. Put towards the back post, the header over the crossbar by Julian Aigner. Matzo, the hard corner. That ball did go out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Governor State as they continue to possess the ball here into the second half. They had most of the possession in the first half. The shot by Agboku goes wide of the near post. Fernandez Arango clears it down, and that'll be a foul right at midfield on Acosta. Rolled over to the far side. It's Delaze gets knocked down right on the sideline. But it'll be a throw-in for Governor State. 5 minutes gone in the second half. Fernandez Arango. Eve. Looking for Mendez. That pass doesn't connect, but St. Francis will take it here. Rolled forward to Jimenez. Jimenez walking in. Jimenez, the left foot, he shoots and he scores! Juan Jimenez gives St. Francis a 2-0 lead. The left foot inside the far post, and the Saints are up 2. Jimenez, that's his second goal of the season. Five minutes into the second half.
That's a goal for University of St. Francis by number 11, Juan Jimenez.
As the assist goes to Jack Brown, so Brown with a goal and an assist today. St. Francis will have a goal kick here at the 39-minute mark. Jack Brown, Juan Jimenez, freshman and a sophomore, getting the goals here for St. Francis. That'll be a throw-in for the Saints down in the corner. This will be taken by Eve. Giveaway there taken by Barumbos. Now Eve gets it back. Everybody pointing opposite directions. It'll be a throw-in for St. Francis. Valles loses it. Aigner. Tipped away by Mendez. Nice outside right foot to Antonio. In the middle now, Gallardo. State will play it back. Schlesinger to the far side. More good D work there by St. Francis. Austin Delaze picks the pocket, then gets taken down. Be a throw in for the Jaguars. That's Mendez who got tripped up on the far sideline. He's walking gingerly, but he's back out on the field. Nice move into the box. That'll be a corner kick. That was Mattia Mazzo. Really in a phone booth down there along that end line, but still managed to get into a dangerous spot. Got a corner kick taken here by Jose Antonio. Antonio attempts and then backs off. The high ball, and that will be whistled down. So the Fighting Saints will take possession with 36.5 left to go. A goal kick here for De Janeiro. De Janeiro, instead of going high and letting that ball get knocked down by the wind, tries the low line drive, but it's taken by Mazzo. Mazzo has his pocket picked by Valles. Valles tries to throw it through for Jimenez. Comes down the other way, race for the ball. Agboku gets double teamed, and that will be another corner kick, I think, for the Governor State Jaguars. And again, it'll be Jose Antonio. Ball's in the I say that was deflected through. Governor State wanted another corner kick. And I think they're going to get it here. Initially, that ball was ruled a goal kick, but overridden. Now we get a stoppage of play is the officials will get together to discuss it. We're finally ready. What do we got now? We're going to stop the clock and we're going to do it again. Pedro Mendez in for Agboku. Now we're ready to go and headed out by William Morrell. Valles is going to be whistled for a foul here. Antonio and Tyler Dewart down there. Antonio on the left, Dewart on the right. be Dewart. No, it'll be Antonio. The left-footed cross towards the back post. That will be a goal kick. Julian Agner in the goal area complaining about something. The yellow card issued on Tom Klinert just a second ago in that pile around the corner kick. Throw in here. Ball's deflected over to the near side. Played here by Mendez. Rolled out, and that'll be a throw in for the Jaguars. Taken by Antonio. Gets it into Barambos. Another throw in. Antonio throws it in, but Fernandez Arango is there to run in front of the Jaguars attacker. And what do we got? Not a lot of complaining right now is what we got. St. Francis with a 2-goal lead. They're content to slow things down here. Nathan Sharp on the far side. Up ahead to Brown. Gamino tries to dribble through traffic. Gets through a couple of white jerseys, but just too many layers. Now on it is Mazzo. Mattia Mazzo. Left-footed cross, and that's kneed into the body of De Janeiro. Second shot on goal of the match for the Jaguars. De Janeiro volleyed back. And now Gallardo. Gallardo to Mazzo. Mazzo has it taken away from him. Rolled through. Mendez trying to run onto it. Jonathan Mendez rolls it forward to himself. He gets taken down from behind, and no whistle. Play on Governor State. Tap to Mendez. Pedro Mendez. There's nobody on the other end of that pass, though. De Janeiro will wait for Sabai to close in on him before picking it up. Quickly rolled to Fernandez Arango. Back to De Janeiro. Volleyed up in the air, headed back by Morel. Fernandez Arango smartly heads it back to De Janeiro. And he gets it right back. Nice spin move by Sergio, and he's fouled. We're going to have 3 substitutions for St. Francis, 1 for Governor State here momentarily. Mendez trying to play with Acosta on his back, and he does. That'll be a foul on Acosta. Valles down there with Brown. They both walk away from the ball. It'll be Fernandez Arango who restarts quickly. Morel going into the box looking for Mendez. Mendez gets knocked down in the box. No call. Quick reset on the goal kick for Governor State. Down the middle of the field. Having a backtrack on it. Now chipped ahead to Sabai. Sabai rolls it through, and De Janeiro gets there before Sabai does. Zayed Sabai. Mendez whistled for the foul as he knocks down Antonio, who went for the header. Under 29 minutes left. Far side chipped into the middle to Schlesinger. Schlesinger has it knocked away. Jimenez. Gamino up in the air to Jimenez. Mendez had to get back on side. He has the ball, settles it down here. Tries to take the return pass, but Naselli will get there first. Gallego taps it to Antonio. Right down the middle. Jimenez settles it down right around midfield. No whistle play on. Jimenez wanted a foul called there. A slide tackle by Morel gives St. Francis possession. Now knocked down from behind is Benicio Gamino, and we'll have a foul called there. That'll be whistled on, I think that's Samuel Weinzerl. Oh, that's 11, excuse me. That was Gallardo. Down on the near side with it. Fernandez Arango to Valles. Gets it back. Valles back to Sergio, back to Valles. Now Eve. De Janeiro gets into it. Bodied down by Brown. Giveaway there. Sergio Fernandez Arango rolls it up ahead to Jimenez, one of the goal scorers, Juan. Plays it off the defender and out of bounds for a throw-in, and we will have those substitutions now. Pierre Langenhusen back into the game. Mason Moreau's back into the game. And I believe Miguel Zavala is into the game for the first time. I think I see number 12 down there. And there's a substitution for Governor State as well. And Jericho Navarro into the game for Mattia Mazzo. So yeah, Miguel Zavala in for Nathan Sharp. Throwing the ball, bounces away. Miraz not able to corral it as the ball bounced away from Gallego, and now Langenhusen down in the penalty area. He's moving slowly, but moving. Long ball headed out by Fernandez Arango. Here is Zavala. Finds Valles. Now Brown. Long ball for Langenhusen. He'll get there. Pierre, one-on-one. Tries to go through the defense. He does. And not able to get through the second line of defense, but a pretty nutmeg there by Pierre. A foul called on Brown with under 25 minutes left. Agner right at midfield. Chips to the far side. Dribbling through is Jericho Navarro. Gets cut off, but gets it back. Nice play there by Navarro, and we'll get a foul called on the Fighting Saints. Jericho Navarro loses the ball, gets it back, and they got a dangerous play right outside the box here. This will be Jericho Navarro. Puts it into the box. Fernandez Arango heads it out. They'll come all the way back to midfield. Right back on the counterattack. Here's Antonio. And the Fighting Saints do a good job closing in and taking the ball away. Jensen Eve pokes it up in the air. Jimenez almost had a clean break. If he had been able to get through Antonio there, but couldn't. Antoine Esparza back into the match. And Samuel Arroyo in as well. Brown heads it to space. Esparza able to play it to himself in the air. He goes down in the penalty area, and we got a stoppage of play. What do we got? Esparza down in the penalty area. So a quick stoppage of play, but no foul either way. Gallego far side. The long boot right down the middle off the shoulder of Pedro Mendez for Governor State. It's chipped up in the air. Taken here by Arroyo. Samuel Arroyo, the sophomore out of Waukegan, into the match for the first time. Miraz throwing it up ahead to Langenhusen. Langenhusen tries to play it to himself and can't. That gives Governor State a chance to take possession here. Gabriel Naselli. Giveaway here, Morel. That ball through looking for Esparza, and Esparza collides with Antonio in the penalty area, no call. Ball's stolen for the moment by Fernandez Arango, but he puts it out of bounds. Stoppage of play, substitution, Jeffrey Agboku back into the game. Along with Matteo Mazzo, number 10. Matteo Mazzo back in. Miraz also out for St. Francis. And we're going to take the hydration break here with 21 minutes, 18 seconds left to go in the second half. St. Francis with a 2-goal lead. Everyone is hydrated up, and we're ready to go here with 21 minutes, 18 seconds left on a hot October Saturday. Temperatures have been in the 80s all week. Right now, 83 degrees. But on that turf, probably add another 10 to 12 degrees anyway. It's got to be in the mid-90s down there on the field. Over to the far side, Delazay. Looking for Miraz. That'll be a foul called on Mason. Jeffrey Agboku in for Jericho Navarro. Mattia Mazzo in for Martin Barumbos. Those are the only substitutions as we approach 20 minutes. Miraz to Arroyo. Slide tackle there. The through ball for Agboku. Too much on it. And De Janeiro will pick it up. Hernandez Arango. Right foot down the near sideline, out of bounds. Antonio will take the throw in. Nathan Sharp back into the game. Miguel Zavala out. Clubbed out of harm's way by Jack Brown, and it's got to be played all the way back to Gallego. Acosta. Gives the ball away. Arroyo slide tackles it over to Lexani Gaines. Now Igner. Chipped through, headed out of there by Sharp. Nicely done by Sharp. That'll be a throw-in for the Jaguars here with 19 minutes left. 8 shots to 5. The bicycle kick attempt by Agboku goes over into the corner. Ball spins back onto the field of play. Antonio to Acosta. Back to Naselli. Naselli. Schlesinger gives it away. Takes it right back from Miraz. Now Schlesinger down the far side. Acosta down in front of us. Antonio now has moved forward. Back to Acosta. Acosta the through ball, but right into the waiting arms of Elio De Janeiro. Arroyo now. Counterattack for St. Francis. Long through ball was looking for Antoine Esparza. That's knocked down and played back to Matias Gallego. Gallego to Jose Antonio. Antonio not able to play the ball through. It's stolen by Jensen Eve. Eve in the middle of the field. Arroyo back to Eve. Knocked down there by Morel. Pushed down is Langenhusen. Now Antonio. Middle of the field. It's Gaines. Esparza does a nice job getting rid of Agboku on that aggressive mark. Miraz can't play the ball forward, and that gives Governor State an opportunity. Agboku gets double teamed, taken away. The ball's pushed to space with 16 and a half left. Nice move there by Pedro Mendez. He has his pocket, excuse me, that was Schlesinger. He had his pocket pick, gets it right back though. Antonio Pass too far out in front of him, and he will get there just before it goes out of bounds. Antonio tries to go through Eve and can't. Jensen leaves it for Fernandez Arango. Up to Esparza, taken away from him by Governor State. Now back to Aigner. Aigner through, headed out. It's played down to Esparza, back to Brown. That should be a foul on Aigner. It will, as Langenhusen goes down hard. We'll get a stoppage here as Pierre is holding that right leg. That'll be a yellow card on Julian Aigner. Came in from behind, took Langenhusen down. That's the second yellow card of the match on the Governor State Jaguars. $15 minutes, 44 seconds left. Fighting Saints with a 2-0 lead. The women won 5-0 in dominating fashion. Hasn't been dominating here by St. Francis, but they've taken advantage of the opportunities. Here's another one. Fernandez Arango tries the cross, but it's blocked down. Goals in the game by Jack Brown and Juan Jimenez. Brown in the first half, Jimenez in the second half. Miraz does a nice job to take the ball away and settle it down. Excuse me, that was Delaze who gets it up to Miraz. Miraz back to Arroyo, who overruns it. And that'll be a whistle and a foul. $15 minutes exactly on the clock. Free kick here to be taken by Sergio Fernandez Arango. 2 goals this year for Sergio. Just chips this towards the top of the box, and that's punched high in the air. And it'll go out of bounds for a throw-in. We got another stoppage. Let's get another substitution here for the Fighting Saints. Benicio Gamino back into the game. Mason Miraz will check out. Another throw-in as that clock continues to tick away. Esparza to space. Arroyo back to Esparza. It's headed down to Gallego, and that was dangerous. Matthias had to be on the spot there. There were 2 yellow jerseys bearing down on him. Agboku with some space. Overruns it, gets it back, fires the shot into the crossbar of the goalpost down into the top of the nets. Jeffrey Agboku hammered that ball. Another substitution as Rogelio Valles back in. Arroyo out of the game. We're under 14 now. De Janeiro. Esparza heads it back towards midfield, bodied down by Valles. Valles gets knocked down by Sabai, no call. Play on Governor State on the attack. Agboku gets triple teamed. It's taken away, and Gamino the other direction with some space. Gamino throws the ball through for Esparza. Antoine Esparza in. Esparza into the penalty area. And it will be a free kick for Governor State. Taken away by Valles. Valles top of the box, the shot, the save, the ball comes loose, and Gallego is able to get over to play the ball. Stoppage of play, and we're going to have another yellow card issued. Third yellow card of the afternoon issued on Governor State. Jack Brown down and back up. So we're at 12 and a half. Bit of a choppy couple of minutes of play here as Brown will sit back down on the field. Looks like he might be cramping in that left leg. Four different substitutions. We got injured players on both sides. I think 5 different substitutions here. We got two St. Francis players sitting down on the field. Jeffrey Agboku going to the sideline slowly. Tom Clinert back in for Agboku. Bramabos back in for Agner. Dimitri Cuemo in for Lexani Gaines. And Berghardt in for Matzo. You throw in here for the Jaguars. Go out of bounds, and it will be a throw-in for Governor State. Going to be a foul called, excuse me. Kick here taken by the Jaguars. Chipped into the box. That ball comes down. Opportunity there for Cuemo. Going to be a foul called on Governor State. It was a dangerous ball into the box, pinballed around. Down to about 11 minutes left now. The low line drive by DeGennaro to the far side of the field. Camino gets knocked down by Cuemo. We got another stoppage. Very choppy last 3 or 4 minutes of play. We are ready now. Dimitri Cuemo whistled for the foul. Clock starts. There'll be 10:43 left. Cleared out by Naselli. Headed back up into the air. Schlesinger. Delize knocks it straight up in the air. Now it's played here by Barambos. Barambos the long ball through, looking for Cuemo. That doesn't work. We got a foul called here on St. Francis, and we'll have another stoppage of play with 10:09 left. It's Austin Delazay who is down on the field. He's up and moving around, but he's off the field right now being tended to by the trainer. Dylan Frank, I think, back into the game for Delazay right now. Ball's put into the box. It's headed up, and that'll go across the end line for a goal kick here with 10 minutes left. DeGennaro down the near sideline. And Esparza. It's taken out. There'll be a foul called on Governor State. That's Antonio. We'll get another whistle. Antonio went up over the top of Esparza. It was Antonio who will be called for the foul. Trainer's going to start to make her way back across the field, and Antonio gets up just as it happens. So actually going to call the foul on Esparza. Initially, they called it on Jose Antonio. Trainer's been busy these last 3 or 4 minutes. And Antonio's going to have to leave the field here for a second. Governor State has to replace him. They're going to let him run across the field. He is going to have to come off here for a moment. L'Herbuis will come in, and Antonio will just go right back and wait to check back in. He'll grab his water and head over to the bench. See if we can get a couple of minutes gameplay in here without a whistle. Naselli into the penalty area. Here's a shot, the save, the rebound, the score. Joan Gallardo makes it a 1-goal game with 9 minutes and 20 seconds left. Ball just into the box. The initial save made by DeGennaro, but the second one came out to Gallardo, and he finished it off. 2-1. Delazay is checked back in. He looks to be all right after coming out. It'll be a throw-in for Governor State's Bui. What do we got here? Foul on Governor State's Tom Klinert. Joan Gallardo, a goal, 3 shots, 2 shots on goal. He's been almost the entirety of this Governor State offense today. Eve, Valles. Now Brown. Brown stops. Langenhusen. Langenhusen taps it back to Brown. Brown, Valles. Valles through some traffic. The through ball to Langenhusen. Pierre winds up. The shot is deflected across the end line for a corner kick. Looked like he had some space, but by the time he pulled the trigger, the defense was back on him. Antoine Esparza will take the corner kick. Push towards the back, body down. Valles tries to find Brown, gets it back, and a whistle and a foul called on St. Francis. Quick reset by Governor State. Looking for Cuemo. It doesn't connect. Instead, it'll be another throw-in for the Jaguars. 7 minutes, 30 seconds left. Another whistle. We wait for a new ball. That delay just wasted 30 seconds for Governor State. They reset now with 7 minutes left. Bui down the near side. Bui finds Berghardt. Berghardt loses it to Eve, who just punches it straight up in the air. Sabai, ball go out of bounds. Sabai will throw it in quickly to Berghardt. Berghardt back to Sabai. Another throw in. Played back. Barambos, the through ball, and that's just past Gallardo, and that'll go across the end line. Down to 6 minutes left. De Janeiro. It's headed over by the Jaguars bench. Throw in Fighting Saints. Another throw in, this time for the Governor State Jaguars right at the midfield stripe. Ball is played in to Acosta. Acosta, back heel pass. Punched up in the air. That'll be another throw in for the Jaguars. This one will be taken by Schlesinger as we approach 5. Knocked out of bounds again. Another throw in. Governor State moving down the field, but St. Francis keeping them on the outs. Schlesinger into the box with this throw in. Langenhusen up in the air. That ball being volleyed around. Falling down is Eve as he's cramping up with that right leg, holding it straight up in the air. That ball comes through, chipped up over the near post and crossbar, and now players down all over the field again. Jensen Eve went down in a heap, cramping that right leg with 4:19 left. Goal in the first half by Jack Brown. Juan Jimenez made it 2-0 here in the second half, but just a couple of minutes ago, Yohan Gallardo made it 2-1. It's only 3 minutes of game time, but about 20 minutes of actual time and a very choppy second half of the second half. The Fighting Saints still hanging on to that 1-goal lead. Dylan Frank into the game. Jensen Eve will depart. 4:19 left in the second half, and we are ready to get that clock started again. Elio Di Gennaro will wait, and that clock will start as soon as his right foot touches the ball. Right up through the middle. It's knocked down by Gallardo. Just rolled over to the far side. Out of bounds for another throw-in. I think Saints have to be careful here. A little bit on their heels. They seem to be content just getting the ball and clearing it out, and giving Governor State opportunity after opportunity, and that'll be a foul on Coamo as he shoves down William Morrell. Oh no, they're going to call that on St. Francis. Be Gallardo to take it. Gallardo, the goal scorer for the Jaguars. 3:20 left. Gallardo raises the right hand, the ball into the box. Pinballs around, and over to pick it up is Elio Di Gennaro. We approach the 3-minute mark. Here's a steal by St. Francis. Gamino cuts back to his right. Gamino gets taken down, and that's going to be a foul called on Naselli and an immediate yellow card. It's the 4th yellow card of the match on Governor State. There's 2 minutes and 40 seconds left, and it would be great if St. Francis could put one away here. Rogelio Valles getting ready to take this. Valles, the left foot into the wall. Valles runs into Coamo. Valles takes it back, cuts back to the outside. Esparza cuts back in, the left foot over the crossbar and well high. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left. Down the near side now. Hernandez Arango. Valles, Esparza. Esparza overruns it, but it's played there by Frank. Frank off the body of Berghardt out of bounds. Under 2 minutes now. Dylan Frank to take the throw in. Looking for Langenhusen. Punched up to midfield. Volleyed down. That's headed back by Brown. Sabai. Up in the air. Now Bui. Bui turns and fires it. Run to the ball and was hammered out by Nathan Sharp. So down to 1:15 left. Be a corner kick here for the Jaguars, taken by Martin Barumbos. Down to 1 minute.
1 minute remaining in the match.
Barumbos towards the back post, and that will be a goal kick. And Francis will be able to kill some time here. 45 seconds left. They have a 1-goal lead, trying to hang on for their second straight CCAC victory. "30 seconds. DeGennaro just signaling for everybody to move forward. Throws it down the far side of the field, headed out of bounds, down to 18 seconds. That'll be a throw-in for St. Francis, and going to take their time here, down to 10. And it looks like the Fighting Saints will hang on for a 2-1 victory. Scored in the first, scored in the second, hung on for the 2-1 win over the Governor State Jaguars, and the Saints win their second consecutive CCAC game. They move to 500 in conference play, 2-2, 2-6-1 overall, while Governor State drops to 1-2-1 in conference play. So the men and the women both win today. They sweep the doubleheader. The women win 5-0. The men take this one 2-1. That's going to do it here from Joliet Memorial Stadium. Fighting Saints emerge victorious. They win 2-1. Have a great rest of your weekend, everybody.
Shoot, I only have one hand.
Oh, it's on that side.
There we go.
One hand.
Fatten it up for me. What? I set it up. Oh, I thought you set it on there. I was setting it up there. And then I have to take it down up there. Going all the way back down.
It's just because I don't like to climb up that thing. Sorry. That was nice of you. I guess Miss Julie used to climb up there. She did it. Is that the other team? Oh, they're here for soccer. We don't need the fan yet, right?
Yeah, you can just close that. You just close the screen. Just slow.
You have a drink. Let's get a pic together. You got the better camera now. Can you just send me a text though? Okay. Good, thanks. How are you?
Excellent.
Good. Ready to win a game?
I hope so.